everybody who can play will play.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after practice today.
Anyone coming back to practice? Andrew Thomas?
Yeah, we got a number of guys that are coming back.
Malik?
Yeah, that's 2 of them that you just mentioned that are coming back.
So Andrew Thomas will be taking off pup.
Correct. Flying and fouls will do some stuff today. Malik will. Man hurts belly. AT. Scat. Hawkins. Wallace. So.
They'll overturn it today, right, Dave? Is that what you said? They'll overturn it
Yeah,
today?
they'll be doing something out there. We'll be in full pads today. I know it's short turnaround and we got a game on Thursday, but I think it's important to take advantage of these days.
Is this always kind of the target area you had for Andrew Thomas? Now that you can tell us, in hindsight, like, is this always?
Yeah, today was the day that we were planning on working to get it back towards. So, we'll take it slow, but that was, the trainers did a really good job. AT's done a nice job. We'll just keep building them.
Daves, I know you obviously, the way this sets up, and then you have the game on Thursday, but the schedule in between, I know it wasn't always like that, but you've got a lot of time. Do you put a lot of thought strategically as a coaching staff as to how you're going to handle the next 2 weeks and how you set yourselves up with off days and everything else?
Yeah, we've talked about that and put together a plan, but really this camp we've just been taking it day by day and doing the things we think we need to do. Whether we make it pads, pull off, do a walkthrough, we'll just continue to do that. Can keep focusing on us and the things that we need to keep working on. We'll see where we're after the game.
Does the fact that you play the Patriots in the regular season impact anything about this game?
No, look, we got some guys we still want to take a look at, Dan. That'll be important. This is this kind of week leading up to the cuts is it's an important week for a lot of people. It's also a tough week for a lot of people. And I think you have empathy towards a lot of these guys that have done everything they could do since they've been here, starting in the OTAs, training camp, all the rehab, the workouts, all those type of things. And, there's decisions to be made, and, we'll make those decisions. But, I know it's weighing probably on a lot of guys. It always does every year. So, again, you have some empathy towards that, but you got to do what's best for your team. And we'll do that for this game, and take care of it next week.
Specific to the wide receiver room, all those guys can do after the top 3 is make it hard on you. Do you feel like a lot of those guys have made the 53 decision hard on you in the receiver room? Yeah,
I wouldn't just say the receiver room. I think everybody's put everything they had into it, and are continuing to put everything they got into it. So, you have the 53, you have the 16 or 17 with the, practice squad guys. Decisions aren't made yet. There's still, today and in this game, and then a lot of discussions to be had. But everybody's done a good job for our football team and trying to put their best foot forward.
With Andrew Thomas, how much is it a matter of just getting in shape or football shape, and how do you do that if it's a tight timeline for the preseason game? It would seem like that would be a stretch at this point.
Yeah, I think again the trainers have done an outstanding job with him. AT is. This is just the next step of it, so we'll just take it day by day. We'll get us some reps, and whether it's individual, and then we build them up. But there's a plan in place.
We asked you about Chapman the other day, and just the idea of playing some fullback. And I get the sense from talking to some of the coaches that if it were a novelty, not everybody would necessarily be buying in. But that this isn't a novelty, that you guys believe in the player and could actually help you guys as a team in that spot. I would imagine that was important to you when you guys got together in the spring and said, is this something we really want to do, or let's just not bother? Yeah, the first thing to do was just go back and really watch them a little bit and credit the offensive staff for putting together a tape. I think you try to create value for players. If you're not a starting player, what else can you do to help? And there's a number of guys, not necessarily position changes, but maybe play other spots, not from offense to defense. So that's important for everybody that's not a starter.
Is that coming back a little bit? That lead blocking fullback was big, and then it was nowhere. And do you see a little bit, either it's with a tight end or fullback, or it's not really?
I think it's probably coach to coach. Depends on, I'd say, A lot of it depends on a quarterback too, and some of the stuff you run with it. But with the fullback, you can create extra gap or two gaps, if you will, and running plays. And it's just a matter of if you think that's going to help you out for that particular game. But to give guys opportunity to do some things to see, maybe they can help you in other areas. I think that's important.
What's it been like to have 4 quarterbacks this summer? I know you had it in the past, but they're probably you have 2 veterans, a rookie, and then Tommy who's also started. And so what's that been like this summer, and how has Tommy handled sort of being the guy that's last in line to get the reps?
Yeah, like a true pro. So those guys come in, they go to work. It's a good meeting room. They've done a nice job on the practice field. They've done a nice job in the games. It's been a good room to work with.
Are you confident that whoever ends up being the starter between Banks and Flott will have grabbed the job and earned it, or you have to name someone? You know what I mean? So that they won the job, or just okay, we need to pick one, we'll pick him.
Yeah, look, those guys have been competing. I have confidence in both of them.
Is there a potential we could, rotation? In an ideal world, do you want one?
Yeah, we'll just take it day by day here. So these guys have been doing everything we've asked them to do and competing at a high level.
Who won't be out there? Who won't be out there today?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the injuries.
What do you make of Jalen Hyatt's training camp? I know he missed some time, but he came back.
Yeah, missed some time. Thought we had him on a rep count there for last game and did what he needed to do. Ran a couple good routes, had a play backed up there. So, again, this week will be important for a lot of guys.